my gamers? I'm back with more Slay the Spire. We're going Necrobinder. We're getting the Necrobinder, getting her up to Ascension 3. Is that what it is? Ascension 3. Get a card out of my deck. I'm not going to complicate things with the curse. We're fine. Don't worry about it. I actually don't hate this path. You can hit this or that. Get a shop here. Money, money. Dollar, dollar. And this literally doesn't matter. Those are the same path. Oh, but then you would have to hit a second shop. Would you rather just, like, go no shop? And probably get money for it? And by money for it, I mean a shop on the second act. And you would have money saved up from the first act. And then you can go either way here, depending on how well or terrible your run is going. That's not bad. I played one off camera. It was alright. Look at this. I get to take 6 damage off rip. I love that. It's fucking... And then I got a million defense on the next turn. Thanks. Jesus Christ. This is why... Oh my god. This is why nobody fucking likes you, Nibbit. Dealing 12 damage on turn 1 is messed up. What is going on? I just want to kill him. What do I gotta... Give me some strikes. What is this draw order going on? Jesus. You got Putrefy. X souls in your draw. This sounds kind of garbage. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is actually pretty good. I don't know. I don't really get X cards. I think X is... It just sounds so... It sounds like such a heavy commitment. Maybe I under... You know what? I never take X cards. Let's give it a shot. Maybe I'm fucking crazy. Here's what happens. I want to kill this one. And then I would honestly... I know it's like play it because he just picks it up. I would rather just take 7 damage on this guy. Slimed. I don't care. You're dead. See, that's why we took the 7 damage. Now this guy doesn't even get past Oatsy. Osty? 3 times. See, I wish I could like pick to do it twice because I want to do this and then unleash. You know what I mean? But we're just gonna do unleash and then Osty. Osty X. The X Factor. There's no way for me to kill, but he's not gonna get past Osty's health, so just let the strikes fly. Guess you might as well draw one. There you go, you get rid of another slime on your next draw. You could do 22 big ones. Duplicated potions, always really nice to see. I mean, I guess both of these are kind of whatever. Defy's not bad, though. Applying weak and gaining defend for 1 energy is actually kind of sick. Now that I take more than 1 second to think about it. I've been minimized. I'm gonna dirge. What if I get something that's like every time you summon, you deal damage? Is that a thing? That would be pretty cool if that was a thing. Can I get anything other than a goddamn defend and strike? Jesus Christ. Drawing 100 cards. You're dead. I mean, I guess we're doing an Osty, but I think every time I've won a run on the 2 times I've won a run on Necrobinder, it's been just busting out a million flattens. What's debilitate? Vulnerable and weak twice. The next 3 turns. It's not terrible, but I don't have anything that applies vulnerable or weak right now except for Defy. Pull aggro just costs so much. That's the thing about it. Like, it's good value, but it also... Is it good value? Because it costs $1 billion to play it. Chanting attack was sharp? I mean, realistically... I guess you give that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give this to Defy. Make Defy better. I want to get rid of my defense. Start your next combat. Shuffle 2 days into your draw pile. This guy looks thick, dude. Thick, nasty. Look at his beard. That's badass. 50 gold at the next combat. Upgrade your starting hand. 50 gold at the start of the next 5 combats. Gain 2 strength. Upgrade my starting hand, dude. Take my money. We get to fight. Dude, we got it on the hardest guy ever. And of course, we get a bunch of fucking garbage. At least we can dump all of our energy into damage. Could be worse. That's a great turn to get flattened. One that you can't take advantage of its passive. Alright, this is definitely a Defy. Doing 18. I'm blocking 16. Dirge will fully block. Do you want a bodyguard and Dirge or just Dirge? I think if you either way OST lives, because this will put him up to. We're just doing this. We're fine. You just want to keep his max health high so that, oh my god, so that when you get Unleashed, you can actually do something. I think it's just a triple defend here. Blows. We're gonna take a lot of the double defend because you spent energy on Unleash. If you had a brain, you would recognize that. This blows. Defend plus and Dirge. Maybe just defend and Dirge. I think defend and Dirge. Spy is good. I mean, we gotta do damage. That's the thing. But this guy is you can't sit here and defend because he's gonna keep doing more and more damage to you. Gotta whittle him down. Unfortunately, not really getting the means to do so. Luckily, whenever we get our weekend, it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, we can bodyguard and leash, flatten. Not bad. Actually, getting that T helped out a lot. When you shuffle your draw, or when you shuffle your discard draw, the Bone Tea. Nice. Permanently increase this card's damage by 3. That's insane. Poke is really good though, because you can poke and then it gives you flatten for free. But the Scythe just sounds so good, especially this early. Now you can go. Well, I mean, this path doesn't matter. What is this? Are you are increasing the damage by more? So we're definitely just upgrading the Scythe. I know it's like, dude, you're low on health. What are these guys? The D&D adventuring group? This is the paladin and the fighter and the fucking the ranger. What the hell is going on? What are you guys doing? You're doing 12 to me. This gives me 9 on the 1. Now I have 6. I have 12. It's good enough. Then we get a couple of souls to make our life a little bit harder. And by harder, I mean easier. I don't know why I said harder. Okay, you're doing soul. You do bodyguard and leash. This is kind of... Oh my god, these guys have so much fucking... everything. They just seem cool. These seem like a cool bunch of guys. I might duplicate. I don't think I should. Duplicate the Scythe would actually be kind of sick. I'm getting my ass kicked. You really want... Okay, that's what you wanted. You want Unleash, so you can flatten. Then you have to... It sucks that we can't play the Scythe here, but we were like focused on surviving. I could have put damage out, couldn't I? I was dumb. We're just taking way than we should be. Alright. You can use Defy and then the Scythe. Maybe you should have doubled the Scythe. It's Bodyguard, Unleash, Flatten. And why would you defend? You can just kill him. Ethereal enemy loses 8 strength this turn. Or another Defy. 5 damage for each ethereal card played this combat. That's interesting. I only have Defy for an ethereal card right now. Sorry if you hear my cat screaming. He is fat. That's not why he screams. He's actually not even that fat. He's lost a lot of weight. The vet is very proud of him. And I'm like, he didn't do anything. That was me. That was me that made him lose the weight. But whatever. We can act like he did something. Does this give me 2 week? It does. Which makes me inclined to do that. But then I have to fight an elite. I have to do 2 regular combats and an elite. You're just resting. You're resting, otherwise you might be screwed. Pull from below does nothing for me. This is a really bad starting turn. But I don't remember exactly what these guys do. Okay, you make me frail. Understood. We're doing Bodyguard, Unleash, and Dirge. And you make me vulnerable. That's fucked up. Alright. So we can do... Wait, let's double cast. I know it's like you're wasting it. I'm not wasting it. You know what you're wasting? Your life. Sitting here watching YouTube on a Sunday. On a Sunday at 3 p.m. What's wrong with you? I don't actually know if that's what you're doing. Obviously, this is a fucking pre-recorded video, dummy. Man, it's really cool that I never get flattened when I, like, need it. Fly doesn't do anything. We can just do Leash, Pull, Dirge. Also, I don't think it was a waste because it's buffing our card, which is what you want to see. Does 11 damage and applies 2 vulnerable. Invoke is also really good. I think you're taking to all enemies though. That's crazy. I don't have a lot of AoE right now. Okay. Really wish I could take literally anything here. Can't. I'm a little bit too broke. Getting 2 energy and exhaust? I mean, that's just really good. And then you get rid of a block because you have way too many blocks and strikes for some reason. And then you want poke. Poke's great. Look at that pose, dude. Hitting that shit. That's the power pose right there. That's shit I'd be hitting at work. Everybody's like, hey man, can you go do your job? And I'm like, yeah, in a minute. Being a lazy worker isn't funny, guys. I'm not a lazy worker. Honestly, it's kind of just dirge. That's what we're looking at. And then you soul, you production, oak, soul, scythe, oak, unleash. Outer demise is pretty good. Flatten is nice. You don't want friendship. I feel like friendship's really good for a Doom build. But obviously we don't have one of those. You're poking. I think it's just defend, production, dirge. Keeps us healthy. We can... Let's do soul. Let's try to get a poke. We didn't get a poke. We're gonna take a lot of damage. But we're doing high 5, double flatten. He's taking a lot of damage. And then this doesn't matter which one you choose to do. You can use an energy potion here. He's dealing 12. That would put me up to 13. I think that's the play. Then you can get a little bit of extra damage on top of it. Use your potions when you can. Fairy in a bottle is huge. Happy Flower is amazing. Transform a card in your draw pile into soul. Yeah, we could use this to like get rid of a defend pretty much. Who are we fighting? Ceremonial Beast. That is interesting. Oh my god, this no longer exhausts? Yeah, upgrade production. Holy shit, I thought it was just gonna give me 3. That's crazy. This is a terrible starting round, but you can just dirge, I guess. Huh. Well, you know what it looks like? You're doing Powder Demise. You should have done that earlier. And you're just doing some of this. It's kind of all you can do. Ground plays itself because you don't have any options. Production off rip. Of course. Soul. Gives you soul. Hang on to something. No, you shouldn't. That was stupid. Flatten. You should have high-fived first. Whatever, dude. I mean, we're taking so much damage. But our energy stays through rounds, which is really nice. So more souls means we can do more. High five, the flatten, the scythe. You're confused. And I am going to do a dirge. I know you could make an argument for conserving your energy, but I think adding more souls is nice. What do you have? Get rid of a strike. And then you poke, unleash, defend. Defend doesn't really matter. You shouldn't have done that. You would have kept more energy. I can only play one card. I think you're just playing Bodyguard. You're still taking damage, but we're going to make it out of this. Especially with a high five double flatten. Oh my god. That is... Ice cream cone, and then... Dude, production is insane. No way. You likely just want squeeze. Sentry mode's also good, but because of what we've got going, squeeze is kind of nuts. Get an additional energy at the start of your third turn, and every turn after that. Now, Pale's Tooth kind of killed me my last run. I wasn't recording it, but it fucking killed me. Because I underestimated how incredibly weak that was going to make me. Start of your turn, draw an extra card. It's just the flesh, dude. The flesh sounds so good. Alright. 179 gold. So we probably want a later shop, which means one of these two. What are we looking at? Double elite and a fire. This one you can go depending on how you're looking. You can also go depending on how you're looking. I think you're going this way, like that. That looks all right to me. Seance to get rid of a defend. Unfortunately, can't do a lot here, but you can do squeeze and flatten. You can do a lot of damage. You can't do a lot to prevent the fact that you're taking 12 damage. Vulnerable is literally don't matter. You should have just saved your energy because now you have to do 32 damage, which really isn't that bad. You don't want any of these. You can make an argument for Reap, but why would you take Reap when you have Scythe? Speaking of, poke on this one. This one. Well, this kind of blows, doesn't it? The Potion of Binding. I mean, this guy's dead, right? And then you just take 1 damage. There's worse things in the world. Now you can squeeze, and he's dead. If he wasn't dead, you had a double flatten after that. Let's see. Whenever you draw an ethereal card, draw 1 ethereal and you lose strength. Did I ever take that? Yeah, I took pull from below. I kind of want to just get rid of pull from below. Now we're looking at just straight up do OC damage, which is fine. We can... Damn it, bro. Why do you give me a shop? Why do you give me a shop? Alright, get rid of... Let's get rid of pull from below. The only ethereal card I have is Defy, and I'm not even playing it that much. It's just getting in the way. Okay. Seance. Get rid of a strike. Doing poke. Squeeze. Guy's already down to like 1 health. I know what you're saying. That's a weird looking 1. What the hell up? Not quite dead. I can't make you dead. Makes me sad. Taking 14 damage here. Do not care about killing these guys. You're dead. Regen potion is nice. File. You don't want Reeve? Add a soul into your draw pile? Okay, we're gonna fight the elite, and we just have to pop the regen potion, like off rip. Reduction into bodyguard, into scythe, Latin, and just you did what you could with what you had, really. Poke into flatten. And I mean, it's literally just you're doing what you can. I'm not getting enough defends. Maybe I don't have enough defending abilities in my deck. That might be my problem. I'm dead. This guy's about to kill me. A white star is incredible. Luckily, we have fairy in a bottle. So when we die, I'm not even gonna say if. This is insane. Lethality with our current build. Hello. This is interesting. I think what you're doing... Let's see, because I have a shop loader. But I don't even really want to buy that many of these. I'm going to buy the anchor. That's it. He seems larger. He seems larger in the fake shop. Is he not just like incredibly large? I'm going to skip the elite. You might call me a coward. That's amazing because I'm literally dying. But I want to skip it so I could take lethality upgraded and not worry about my health too much. Add normality. Not play more than 3 cards this turn. Whenever this would be shuffled into your draw pile, place it on top instead. What would I want to give that to? Production, right? Just give that to production. Because you want to see this as much as possible. And then, yeah, let's fight the elite. I think we can take an elite. 20 health. Now this hurts my feelings. I'm dealing with all of these guys. I'm gonna do this. Give them all a week. And I'm tempted to just save my energy, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to spend all of it if I do. So we're gonna save 2 of it. We are unfortunately weak now. Okay, the scythe kills. You can high five and scythe. You kill any of them. Now here's the thing. Transform your scythe. Or your strike, I should say. You kind of want to kill this guy because he's dealing 14 damage. Even though it's a little overkill. And then you put weak on the one that's doing the most. And you defend it. Somehow. And now you can poke, flatten, squeeze, and defend. This one's going to regenerate, but now you just have to do 6 damage and then 25 more. With production, hopefully that's not too bad. Poke. You can't get there. which really blows. Doing 6. So we're fine just to do Unleash and Dirge. Now things are getting a little tricky. Tricky, 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 tricky. Alright, high five and flatten. Not that bad. That fight can definitely be a lot scarier than that berry. Holy shit. Damage on upgraded. Putrefy might be good here. Putrefy. And then, oh, Nero Surge. Deal 33 damage to all enemies. Cost 2 energy less for each ethereal. Go! Jump off a cliff. I mean, Neurosurge is kind of crazy, but I'm so low on health. I don't know if I could make it work. We would gain 25. We're going to go... We got one more fight. Camp. And we gain 25. I feel like I might literally kill myself if I have Neurosurge. You don't have to play it. Discovery's nice. The thing is, if you take Discovery, you might just buy potions here. You might just do remove a card and then buy a potion. If you take Discovery, you cannot remove a card. Wait. No, you cannot. It would be 211. I think you get rid of a strike. And buy this, which is a one-use discovery. Might be all you need. God, this guy! This guy should be a fucking elite, dude. I swear to God, there's no reason why he should exist. It's just a regular guy. Make him a little bit stronger and then turn him into a fucking elite. Anyways. Not an ideal time to complain about him getting your 2 giant damages out. Snap is interesting. Reef plus. Don't care. Ear, don't care. Let's just move on. Getting 25 health. We should do this. So that we have our best possible chance at killing this guy, I think. Now, see, you get Scythe off rip, but I think you want to wait until something is vulnerable to use your Scythe. Let's use our colorless potion right away. You get a power. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, choose a card from it, put it in your hand. Okay, so we are already getting production placed on the top of our draw pile. What else would you want? Put into your hand. Honestly, depending on what you get, if you like get flattens, you can choose to grab a poke, but if you get a poke, you can choose to grab a flatten. Is that what you want to do, or would you rather and just empty, draw 2 cards and gain, or just grab a quick 2 energy? I think you grab production. You have to play Neurosurge. I know it sounds crazy. And then you have to face this guy. And Dirge? Maybe that's insane. Insane good or insane bad? I don't know. Okay. Defy. Oak Flatten. Stole. You're looking for another Flatten, but if you can't get it, that's okay. Doing 13 and 19. That's okay. Keep your energy. Let OST take a little bit of damage. Reduction. Soul. Seance. Shouldn't have done your Seance. Should have looked at what you had first. Soul. Vitality is huge. You're going to do another soul. You get another production. Now you can squeeze flatten. You should have drawn to see if you get another high five, which you don't. That's okay. Seance a strike. And then... Well, maybe you should have putrefied and then done squeeze. I don't know. Because that would have put this guy so low, and you kind of want to keep them even, right? I think you do play putrefy here. It's a little inefficient because obviously you're not getting the maximum damage for it, but I think that's okay. Bodyguard. This sucks that we don't get any draws, but let's make them as weak as possible. I know what I said. I wanted to wait for him to be vulnerable. It's not happening. We gotta kill him at similar times so I don't get screwed. Oak, production, flatten. Why are you doing things like this? Why are you doing things out of order? You're so stupid. So stupid. And then just Dirge. Dirge your 5 energy. Okay. Now you can soul and squeeze. Flatten. Doesn't matter. Doing 19 to me. But we're definitely playing bodyguard. Or you're playing Defy. And then hold, because you had so much shield it didn't matter. Now you draw your production. Gives you the ability to squeeze and he's dead. Oh my god. We did it. 131 is insane. Another squeeze. Oh my god. Deal 9 damage. Deals 2 additional damage for each soul in your exhaust pile. That's actually crazy because I generate so many souls with Dirge. Hello. You may not draw cards during your turn. It's not good. Remove 5 cards from your deck. Add Folly. Don't care. Create an ethereal copy of the first card of the first attack you play each turn. I'll take that. And again, we're kind of broke. So, I mean, any of these are fine. If you're going... probably want to go this path, which would look something like this. Into the fire, either way. Either way, and then whatever you're doing, you're going like this. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Alright. Well, we're gonna squeeze something. We need to block 10 damage. Which isn't happening if we squeeze something. Maybe you just play Lethality, Putrefy, and Defy. They're dealing 16. I'm getting hit anyways. Okay. Well, I did my best. At least now we have Lethality. And we can do Neurosurge. So I can get something useful. I guess. That's kind of good. No. First each turn. Maybe you poke. Or you flatten. I think you flatten. You can double flatten. Poke kills. And then you defend and dirge. Gives you enough to not take unblocked damage. You can Seance a strike. Soul. It's just 115 damage. Holy shit. Well, you're dead. And then you're dead. I wonder if... I don't think creating a copy of it stacks the damage. It would be cool if it did, though. Because it's a copy, it's not replaying it. These are not interesting to me. Afterlife is the only thing that you can argue I should take, but I'm not going to. Make a power. I don't need more damage. In a combat, upgrade a random card. Powers cost 1 less. I don't have any other powers, do I? Just have Neurosurge, which it already costs 0. Upgrade a random card. Okay. That's not bad. Pin a random relic? That's pretty good. Every 5 times you exhaust a card, draw 1. That's really nice because of the fact that I have souls. I'm not looking at in a bottle. But it's a rare skill, dude. But it's a rare skill. Rare skill or common attack? It's a rare skill, though. I mean, how likely are we to die? Fuck it. Copy of this card in your discard pile? I don't think that's good. I think Seance is better. As much as I may complain about never having enough block in this game. 8. Maybe you just upgrade Squeeze. Soulstorm is... I think you upgrade Soulstorm. Because a late game Soulstorm goes insane. Okay. Putrefy doesn't matter because you have Artifact, but it gets rid of 2 of your artifacts. I mean, you just defend. What you could really do. Otherwise you're wasting... You could use... Nah, it doesn't matter. Just do defend. Unfortunate first turn. And then you're doing Squeeze and Dirge. Oop. You could double Squeeze. I don't think it's worth it. Just do Dirge. Okay. Seance. On a strike. And then Seance on a defend. And then you're doing Soul. And Defy. Gets rid of his last thing. Lethality, Mad Scientist. Neurosurge. For Soul. Poke. Poke. Latin. 22. Draw again. Gets you production. Do Latin. Good high 5. Finally. Out of order. Again. Good job. Idiot. Yeah, that's not bad. We just have to do... What is that? 39 damage? There's 105 for you. Another Scythe. Transfigure. Add replay to a card in your hand. It costs an extra energy. Replay to a Scythe, and it would become a 3-cost Scythe. But holy shit, would that be crazy. Another Seance is probably a little overkill. You can argue to skip it. You definitely want to 5+. What else would you want to replay? Wait, actually, you could replay a Flatten. That would be insane. Whenever you rest, procure a random potion. Okay. I think we can go Elite. I think this is fine. These guys aren't the worst. And you can even one-shot one of them if you wanted to play your vulnerability potion, which I think you do. And then you're just doing defend. You don't have to, but... Why did I gain extra armor? Because you have plating. Because you have plating. These are all ethereal now. So we're doing lethality, defy. And I think you're just doing, oh, that's fine. I don't think you want to lose Dirge. Okay. Now this is totally fine. You're doing a stance on a strike. And then you're going to do Hero Surge. Did I say Transfigure on a strike? I meant Seance. It sucks that you don't have any way to draw right now. But you can do a Transfigure on Defy. Soul. Putrefy, Defy, Soul, Reduction. Play Bodyguard. You can play Flatten, which gives you another Flatten. Care if your strike is gone. Add Scientist. It's nice. Poke. Flatten. And flatten. And poke. And Soulstorm. And squeeze. That gets upgraded. Very cool. This up to 10 block persists. Don't care. And don't care. Let's see. You can transfigure a high five. I think it's actually really good. And that's your turn. Yeah. And you're taking 117 from that. Better to do poke. And then you have exactly enough damage to kill. This is not good. You don't want any of that. Here, you can rest. I don't think you have to. I think it's better. Upgrade. I don't care about keeping Transfigure not exhausted. I think I would like to upgrade Squeeze. It could do big boy damage. Alright, our last shop. What do we got? Now, this is kind of sick, right? The effects are increased by 2. Does that mean that it's happening twice? Or does that mean that I now summon 5? And add X plus 2 souls? Is it summon 5 X times, or is it summon 3 X plus 2 times? Or is it summon 3 X times 2 times? It's what I'm, you guys see where I'm going. I don't need Stone Calendar. Start of your turn, transform 1 card in your hand. That sounds bad. I think you're taking Chemical. Debilitate. Debilitate doesn't matter because this guy has like different forms, so he cleanses what I put on him. Kind of. When he get. Anyways, doesn't matter. Get rid of the Doom. You don't need the Doom. You would rather have a random power. And Wisp is not good. If I had more ways to draw, I would like Wisp because it's just free energy. But I don't have enough ways to draw to make that matter to me. Now you can kill this guy in 1 hit right now. Or take a bunch of damage. He doesn't die in 1 hit. Why did I think he would? Yeah, I really wish I could transfigure and then use Scythe. Oh, you're still going to take a bunch of damage. Whatever. Take a 9. And then you're dead. Oh, and we get a vulnerability potion back. Another Neurosurge? I don't think you want that. I think applying that much Doom on yourself would be detrimental. And Fire Potion is not nearly as good compared to these other potions that I have. Alright. We don't care about Mad Scientist. Don't even look at it. You gotta play Neurosurge. This is such a waste of a turn if you don't draw more here. You're getting rid of Clumsy. And then you can defend, high five, flatten. I'm not going to double play the high five. I want to keep my energy. Okay. You should definitely defy. Doing 22 now. Get rid of your strike. Double poke. And dirge. Let's see, you're at 1 health. I think that was a ×2. I think that did it ×2. Why did I not use a potion at the start of the fucking thing? Whenever attacks deal damage, they also apply that much doom. At the start of each turn, gain 1 and draw an additional card. Play a card that costs 2 or more energy. Reblock. Reaper Form and Demisne are both very good. I think this is better, though. Okay. It's a Defy, Soul. 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 It's like, can you draw something good for once, please? Save the Scythe. Soul. I don't mind Putrefy you. And then you could Scythe for 1,000,000 damage, but it's not necessary. I think what you want to do... Dude, honestly, transfigure the Scythe. I'm gonna get big boy damage when he comes out of this shit. And then you're doing... You're just doing Bodyguard at this point. Production. Skull. Gives you another production. I have not used my... What is it? I've not used my music box yet. I don't... No, I haven't. You can do squeeze, which would make another squeeze. You just poke. Gives you flatten, which gives you soul. Another soul. Another poke. Might as well apply more weak onto him. And then you're good. I know it's like you could have taken him out of this phase, but I don't think that that's necessary. At least not right now. You're doing Seance on the defend. You should have definitely checked what you had. That could have been bad. I did not have a lot. And Dirge. Now we got to be careful of our Doom. This is just going to be what's happening right now. Reduction, and then you Seance and get rid of Mad Scientist. You're going to be doing a lot of these. And you're going to Soulstorm for his entire health bar. Might as well do it now. Whatever. You can Seance. I don't really want to Seance anything in your draw pile right now. You're going to do Soulstorm. And then, obviously, you're going to do pokes. Flatten. Should have probably high-fived first, if we were being smart about things. And then you can Soulstorm. And squeeze. And next turn, you get the Scythe. The Scythe replays. Yeah. That's what we were looking for. I was looking for a little bit of setup so we could just kill him in one turn. Otherwise, he goes in and out of his phases, and it's fucking annoying. Didn't even need to use either of these. All right, that's the Necrobinder. I think this class is insane. I don't know, man. Like, the only way I lose on the Necrobinder is if I actually self-sabotage. What is it? 5% less gold is the next thing. All right, now all I gotta do is get the defect up to Ascension 3. And then everybody's on even footing, equal footing at that point. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until the next one. I'll see you then. Later.